Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. What is your story? As a coach or consultant, chances are pretty good that you are doing what you do because of something that you went through. So maybe you're a health consultant who became a health consultant because you had a lot of health issues at one point, and then you navigated through that. And along the journey of becoming who you are now, you learned all kinds of tips and tricks and found tools and resources, and even maybe built your own tools and resources to help you get to where you are today. That is your story. Your story is your journey, and that story matters. When you think about marketing and you think about connecting with your ideal clients, with your prospects, with those leads, with all of those people who don't know you at all right now, the first connection that they have with you should be your story. Your story is what connects them. It makes you relatable. So when you tell your story about who you are, where you came from, how you came to be where you are, that matters to those people because now they say, wow, I'm going through that right now myself. I wonder if she can help me. Your story is powerful for attracting people to you and finding those ideal clients, attracting those new clients to you. So when you think of it, think about your story. My story, I've been in business for over 20 years. I started with a brick and mortar business. And, I could go into all kinds of different things about that for people who have brick and mortar. And, we can talk about the pros and cons of having employees. Been there, done that, all the other stuff that goes on. Been there, done that. And when I was me back then, I didn't know how to handle any of it. And I learned. I was determined to be successful in business. And so I persevered. I kept going. I was motivated. I learned. I found resources. I found tools. I found people. I found coaches. I found whatever it was that I needed to get to where I am today. And in that process, I learned a lot of lessons, a lot of valuable lessons, and even made up some lessons of my own for just things that made sense for me that now I share with others and it makes perfect sense to them. So when you think about your ideal client is kind of you before you were who you are now. And so your story relates. Your story connects with them. Your story is what helps them understand, wow, she gets me. She understands me. That's exactly what I need. That is exactly what I'm going through. I'm having those same health issues, or I'm having similar health issues. I wonder if she can help me with that. Or I'm having these business things going on. And I'm trying to start up my business, and she's been through it. She did all the bells and whistles, and all hit all the bumps, and went over all the mountains, and did all this stuff. I wonder if she can help me. That's why we're in business. So, as a coach or consultant, think about your story. Write your story out in detail. It's a big, big tip that I give to a lot of people is to actually physically handwrite your story out. Start from the beginning and write it out. Why? Because when you think about your story, you think about it in pieces. When you start writing it out, you start filling in all the details and you're like, oh my gosh, I remember when I went through that and here's what happened. And I do that so much better now. And I found tools or I created a process to make that so much easier. And all of a sudden, all this stuff comes out. And now you have your story written out. And that story can be used in posts and articles and blogs. Your story can be used and shared so that people understand that you have the tools and resources they need to get them through the journey much quicker than you got through the journey. Just think about back when you first started out and where you are now. Don't you just wish that you had you back then, the you are now back then, to make things so much easier and so much faster? That's what we're here for. We're here to help transform lives. Whether you're a life coach, a health coach, a business coach, it doesn't matter what kind of a coach or consultant that you have your story. Use your story and let people understand who you are, where you came from, the journey that you went on. It opens you up as a real person and lets them know that, hey, they're just like me. And the biggest thing that your story does for a lot of people is it gives them hope. It gives them hope that there is something to look forward to. Because for some people, depending on what kind of a coach you are, if you are a coach who, um, actually, I have a client who is a coach and she works with parents of special needs children. She is a special needs mom herself, and she's been a special needs mom for over 30 years. She gets it. And her business now is helping people that are special needs parents find peace and set boundaries and find some balance to their day as a special needs parent. She gives them hope that it's just not going to be all crazy all the time dealing with whatever it is that they're dealing with their special needs child. She helps them along the way to make the journey easier. She teaches them what she learned along the way to make that transition nice and smooth and find that peace in their day that they've been longing for now that they've got to deal with, life. We all have to deal with life. And no matter what it is that you're going through, we all have stuff happening and we've all been through. And our stories really do matter. So today, I just wanted to remind you, if you are not sharing your story, now's the time to start sharing it. And if you want some more in-depth tips and tricks on how to wrap your story into all of your social media marketing content, we have a free masterclass coming up starting on December 4th. And it is how to easily attract clients without spending a dime. And it is the Creating Social Media Content That Converts edition of this masterclass. And we will be talking about how to wrap your story into posts so that you can connect with that target audience. So come and join us. The link is right there below. It is www.getclientsfaster.com. And you can sign up and register right now. We already have folks in the group and we already have a workbook out there and stuff going on. So come and join us in the group. And I hope to see you there. That's what we've got for this week. We'll see you next week on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.